Hey, how you doing? This is JT from JT Coin Rings, where I talk coin rings and all things precious metals. Today, I want to talk about the survey that I had on my community tab. The question was, what is your plans today for the inflation that we're experiencing in the market? Now, I gave a couple choices, and I'll let you know what the percentage was once I finish. The first thing I asked were, are you going to cut expenses? Do you plan on saving more cash? Do you plan on stacking precious metals? Buying the dip in stocks or spending everything? YOLO. Okay, let's go from the lowest to the highest. All right, saving cash. A lot of people who participated in this survey said that saving cash was the least that they were going to do. 4% of the people. Matter of fact, it was a tie with something else. But let's talk about saving cash. Everyone knows about fiat, right? Fiat, not the little vehicle that you saw in the Italian Job. I'm talking about fiat, cash. Basically saying that not the dollar that used to be backed by gold or silver. No. I'm talking about the one that decreases in value every year. Oh yeah, the one that is definitely has felt the most when we try to buy daily things like gas and also like food for our home, right? I'm talking about the thing that has been beaten up by inflation. Fiat currency, okay? Most people on this survey stated that they are not saving cash, but 4% said, hey, it's important to save money. And let me tell you why I think that it is still good to have money on hand, because you need money for certain emergencies. So it would be completely foolish not to have some cash at hand. So I understand why most people during an inflation would have cash at hand. So 4% of the people believe that we should have money in the bank or money at home just in case of an emergency. Okay? Now, the 4% of people who answered this survey said that they would put money into the stock market by buying the dip. Well, the dip is basically when you hear some investors said blood in the street, meaning everything's in the red. Some people run. They take their money out of the stock market and put it into other assets or other things, right? But most people who've been waiting for this moment put their money into stocks, hoping to buy when it's low, to buy more stocks, and then reap the benefits when they go high. So I understand why 4% of people who answered this survey said they're buying the dip. Now, that's up to you. You know your financial situation better than anybody that's watching this video. So do your research. Buying a dip could be a good thing, especially if you're prepared. Now, 8% of people, let's go to lowest to highest. So the next is 8%, said spending it on everything, meaning they have no care in the world. It's December. They've been strict all year, and they said YOLO, you only live once. Some people are reaping the benefits of cutting expenses, saving cash, buying the dip, and they realize they've been disciplined all year. So maybe 8% of people who took this survey stated that, hey, you only live once. It's December. It's the end of the year. It's time for the holiday. They may celebrate Christmas, and they may want to spend this time in buying gifts for loved ones. So, hey, YOLO, you only live once. If you were disciplined all 2021, you may have saved cash, you may have invested wisely, YOLO may be acceptable. But what about that group who says, hey, I don't think about those other things. I don't care about how the market looks. I don't care about saving. I don't care about cutting expenses. I'm just going to spend my money because it's fun. the thought that you want to be aware of. So I'm hoping that's not the thought pattern, but I wanted to acknowledge it. 8% of people who took this survey said, YOLO, you only live once. Okay, let's go to the heavy hitters. 40% of those who took the survey stated that they're going to put their money into, you guessed it, precious metals. That's silver, gold, or palladium, okay? So I agree with this. I believe that stacking is one way to protect your fiat, protect your cash. It's an investment, or better yet, a hedge against inflation. Yes, you pay a premium. Sometimes a hefty premium. Maybe $4 to $8, or even more sometimes, more than the spot price of silver or gold or palladium. But it's a good place to park your money. And what this value may increase over time because the value of the precious metal increases over time. So it's a good place to put your money. And in my observation, someone tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, I've never seen precious metals in the 3 to 4 years that I've been stacking it go to zero. And it's been an excellent saving plan for me, and also a good way for me to park my money in a hedge against inflation. So 40% of the people who took this survey says that stacking precious metals is one sure way. And I'm just about to do a selfish plug. Coin rings is a perfect way to stack. Get yours today at jtcoinrings.com, and you can pick which one you want, and I can send it to you pronto. Get your coin rings. Okay, enough of that. 44% of the people who took this survey stated that cutting expenses was the #1 thing that they plan to do during this inflation time period. I think it's perfect. You always want to trim the fat. Let me explain. Sometimes you overspend on certain things like subscriptions, going out to eat, buying unnecessary things because basically you have what you need. You have enough clothes. You say, hey, I want to buy another pair of shoes. I want to buy another pair of pants. I want to splurge. The first thing you should do is seeing how you can cut your expenses. 44% of the people who took this survey agreed that, hey, that's the first line of defense when it comes to fighting inflation. You want to make sure you utilize and save as much money as possible. And that's one of the reasons I think I put that there, because I definitely used that technique in 2021. I cut a lot of expenses. Buying food outside of the groceries I buy for the house has helped me out tremendously. I've saved hundreds of dollars this year just making my own lunch at home. Okay? So cutting expenses, cutting subscriptions that you pay on a monthly basis can go from $25 a month. Sometimes people pay hundreds of dollars a month on subscriptions. Cutting expenses, #1 choice in this survey. I appreciate everyone who took the time out to check out my community tab. If you would like a channel sticker, please email me at jtcoinrings@gmail.com, and I'll send a channel sticker out to you. And stay tuned, because I'm also given an opportunity to win a free JT Coin Rings t-shirt. So thank you once again for checking out the video. Hit the like button. Also leave a comment. And if you aren't subscribed to this channel, subscribe to it. And please hit your notification button so you can be notified when my next video comes out. I appreciate you guys. I love you. Thanks for rocking with me. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.